Hello my friends and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series part 125. So before I go back into the solo mode gate, Duel Restart, I'll go ahead and look over the loan index. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick analysis just so like you have like a general idea of them before the Legend Anthology begins, for those of you who care about that. And then I can also go through a more detailed analysis, maybe like doing one deck at a time, like in addition to maybe the solo mode stuff or whatever else I'm doing that for that video. I can do that like maybe and then take like that maybe a little bit slower, like go like kind of doing what I've been doing, going one card at a time. I think for this time, just to like be able to get done with it, get through all three decks and still have time for other things and not make this video too long, I'll just do a quick analysis. At least I'll try. Huh. Wow. I was almost correct. Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, but looks like the last one is Egyptian. God. Huh. I was almost correct though. I was so close to being correct. I was correct on the... I know I said there would be a Blue Eyes deck, a Red Eyes deck, and a Dark Magician. But it looks like it's Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and Egyptian God, Slifer. Blue Eyes coming from Yugi. Oh, no, Kaiba. Okay, yeah, so these are the kind of three main protagonists of the Duel Monsters series. This is coming from Kaiba, this is coming from Joey, and then this is coming from Yugi most likely, since he got the Slifer from being that one Dark Hunter, I think it was. I think that's what they're called. I forget what his name was though, who he had to beat, but he like did like a like forcing him to infinitely draw until he could draw no more, so he lost because he couldn't draw anymore. So that was kind of interesting duel right there. Anyway, let's go through these. So this first one is called Evolving Blue Eyes, and then the deck description reads, it's a deck that destroys the opponent with high attack monsters such as Blue Eyes White Dragon. Its power has been further reinforced with new supports such as Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Master the power of the newly evolved Blue Eyes deck. So if I was to play this deck, I think what I would do is I would try to get the White Stone of Ancients. Like, you're not always going to be getting the White Stone of Ancients. I don't think there's any easy way of getting to the White Stone. But I think, like, actually, I guess you don't really need the White Stone, though it is kind of nice to, like, put this into the graveyard. And you can put into the graveyard, I think. Yeah, you can put it into the graveyard by using it as a fusion material. So this is probably one of the best ones to put in the graveyard, to be honest. If you're trying to go for your fusions, if you happen to have it. And also it's useful for helping to bring out the Sinkos too. But yeah, there's like not really much of an easy way of getting into the graveyard though. You do have the alternative dragons, so that's at least nice. And the Mega Machine Go isn't too bad. If you really want to just make sure that you get like a specific card into your hand, you could always just reveal 3 of the same. And then no matter what your opponent picks, like it's gonna be the card that you revealed. You could mix and match if you want, like if you're like pinned between 2, but I think most of the time you're probably gonna be wanting to reveal like 3 of the same if you can. And then the Jet Dragon's useful. It helps protect the other monsters from being destroyed by card effects, which is nice. It even helps protect your back row too. Which is kind of useful since you do have a few continuous spells. Yeah. Yeah, this is probably the one you probably gonna want to bring out with the Whitestone, since when it's special summon, you get to banish a spell or trap. So that's pretty useful right there. And then also Whitestone of Ancients has a useful graveyard effect as well, where it allows you to add back a Blue Eyes to the hand. So you could add back Dragon Spirit of White, but though you probably want to go with either Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes alternative. If you have a Blue Eyes in hand, maybe go for the alternative, because then you can like reveal it to special summon the alternative. Maybe if you like need to get a certain fusion material, you could also like add back a monster for that reason. And then Mystical Elf White Lightning. This is kind of the cool like anime inspired card. I think this was a scene from the anime where like Mystical Elf was kind of helping to give the Blue Eyes White Dragon a little bit of her power or something. It special summons normal from the graves. That's so you can just special summon your Blue Eyes. That's another way to special summon the Blue Eyes. This is another way to special summon a Blue Eyes. Although this one can special summon, I think, alternative maybe? Yeah, it can special summon alternative. It can also special summon the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, so that's pretty cool. Although Deep Eyes kind of stinks that it's not treated as Blue Eyes. So basically, I think the like one of the few cards not treated as Blue Eyes is gonna be the Deep Eyes. And I think, oh yeah, Bish Dragon is another good one to try to special summon. Actually, this might actually be the best one, special summon off of the Whitestone of Ancients, since it basically either helps you to get polymerization or the ritual spell or monster, so that you can like do one of those kind of summons. Chaos Max, not bad. If your opponent has a defense position monster, it can deal a ton of damage. Although there's not many ways of you like making sure that they're in defense. Ring of Destruction, maybe like a little bit of extra damage before going in for a game with one of your monsters. Although you might want to activate this first, because once your opponent's life points are oh wait, no, actually, yeah, because if you get in for damage with a monster first, like then you have like less targets, since this has to target something with less or equal life points, or attack to life points. And just make sure that you aren't activating it, and if it would like kill yourself, because like you would take the damage first. So yeah. Oh yeah, and these extra ones are for getting some of the grittiest monsters out. And they're generally pretty easy to get, because like you only really have to like send one thing, and then you get like one of the grittiest. So like these are probably gonna be a little bit easier to get out. Fang of Critias. Oh yeah. Since this only requires you to send a trap, so it doesn't have to be like the trap that's kind of tied to. So like you don't have to send Mirror Force for this one. Although I'm not sure how easy it would be, because you only have a few traps. So it might actually be a bit difficult, but yeah, they don't even gain any special things if you're actually using the trap that they mention in their name. Yeah, This one is going off of the Ring of Destruction. This one is going off of the Tyrant Wing, it seems like. Yeah. And a few other fusions. Some of these might be a little bit hard to get out, but like a few of your monsters are counted as Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, oh wait, no, actually I'm not sure. Yeah, some of these might just be a little bit hard to get out. Oh well. I'm not sure. This one's kind of cool though because like allows you to like special summon a normal. This can kind of help get you a little bit of advantage back. And like it can like do you really well if it continues to be out. But this one you're probably gonna want to go on first because this one just helps. Basically, can just bring out this one anyway, and give it a little bit of immunities. Oh wait, no, it doesn't give it immunities, but it does allow you to get out the Azure Eyes. So if you think your opponent's gonna be special summoning a bunch, you might just want to like bring this out first. You probably want to bring this out first anyway. Sure, the monster you bring out is gonna be destroyed at the end of the turn, but I think like by then, like even just bring out one Blue Eyes is like probably good enough. Yeah. You could also bring out the Dragon Spear White since it is, since it is treated as a normal monster while in the hand or graveyard. And that's probably the better one to do anyway, because then you get that effect again, allowing you to banish another spell or trap. So anyway. So that's that deck. Going to the next deck. This is called Unyielding Red-Eyes. And then the deck description of this reads, a Red-Eyes deck based around Red-Eyes Black Dragon. Equipping a main monster with Dragon Nails prevents it from being destroyed by the opponent's effects. Even if it is destroyed in battle, the equipped monster can be special summoned and this card can be equipped again. This will allow you to compete well even against opponents with attack in the 3000 range. So aim for revenge with the Unbreakable Spirit. Yeah, so like basically what they're saying is kind of the problem with Red Eyes is they have like a base like attack that is a little bit not very strong, like 2400. This one like it's 2800, so a little bit more respectable, but they can gain gain attack either from like stuff like Dragon Nails, or like this one can gain attack off of like its own effect. So it's giving you ways of being able to like get over like strong monsters still. And I think Red Eyes might be pretty cool. This might be a fairly good deck because like Red Eyes like are known for being fairly consistent. Although I'm not sure like if the ratios like are good enough to like prove its consistency, but this might just be a little bit more consistent than the Blue Eyes. I mean, Cards the Red Stone is a pretty good card, allowing you to pitch a Red Eyes to draw 2 cards, and then you also get to send another Red Eyes, which like basically helps filter out your deck quite a bit. And then Red Eyes Inside is pretty good because it allows you to get yourself any Red Eye spell or trap. Either this one for extra draw. Well, no. Actually doesn't count as a Red Eye spell and trap, I don't think. So, but still, it lets you get out the fusion. Like, it gives you like a way to search out the fusion, which is probably gonna be like the one you want to search out. I'm not actually sure if you can search out anything else. Yeah, I think that might be the only one to search out, but that's probably the best one. Well, also you can search out any of these, but probably the best one is gonna be the fusion if you don't have the fusion yet, because you probably want to bring out the Red Eye Slash Dragon as soon as possible. That's probably gonna be your go-to Red Eyes fusion. And then this one's playing with the Claw of Hermos, allowing you to pitch a monster, which is probably better since you have more monsters. Anyway, so this is probably better. So this is probably going to come up a lot more often than that other one in the last deck, since you didn't have very many traps in the last deck. This one will probably come out more often since you actually have quite a few monsters within this deck, so you'll probably be able to go into a few of these. Basically, whichever one you want for the situation. I'm not sure if they're like, I think they're probably about fine in level 2, like with the ones you can get with the Fang of Critias, so I don't think you really have to worry too much. Yeah, you do have quite a bit of diversity, so that's good. Yeah, you have a few other fusions too, like if maybe you can't go... Actually, the Red-Eyes fusion, it's also a really good fusion card, because you can send monsters from your deck, so you'll always be able to bring out the Red-Eyes Slash Dragon, and I would say that's definitely the one you want to go for. I think there's almost no reason not to just bring out this one with the fusion. And then you also got the Flare Metal Dragon in case you are able to get out 2 level 7s, which, I mean, it's got ways of like being able to revive stuff from your graveyard. This one's pretty nice because it can like, it's a continuous trap that allows you to revive them. So you should be able to get out 2 level 7s for the Flare Metal Dragon. This one isn't too bad. Like, it's basically a mini that mini Despia monster that inflicts 600 every time your opponent activates a card or effect, or whatever that. Yeah, I think that's how the other one works. So this one should be a pretty good effect too, and it does stack. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to bring out 2 very easily, but it does stack in case you can. But you might want to make sure that like you only are really using its effect once, because like once it has no material, then it stops burning your opponent. I think that's probably one of the best things about this card, because that can add up. Oh, and you also have instant fusion as a way to kind of cheat out some of your lower level fusions. Case maybe you didn't want to bring them out with Claw of Hermos, so just wanted a way to go into the Time Wizard of Tomorrow. This is probably one of your best ways to go into this card. Oh yeah, and then there's also polymerization to like, so like that's probably why it's nice that you have like other fusions as well. Like, because the polymerization is a little bit less versatile since it is only from your hand or field. But like, since you have like a bunch of different fusions, you're a little bit more likely to have it work out. Oh yeah, and another thing about the Red-Eyes is they have like some cards that are like either can special summon a Red-Eye straight from your deck. Probably the best one to special summon is gonna be try to special summon this guy, and then like and then try to get his normal summon, because his normal summon effect is actually pretty good. And like what you can do is you can basically special summon him out like with one of your cards during your opponent's turn, maybe like one of your traps, and then during your turn just normal summon him, because he's got a pretty nice effect right there. And then yeah, that's probably the best Gemini that you're gonna want to bring out of that you would actually want to special summon. This is probably one of your best special summons anyway, because like this can like get rid of a whole bunch of monsters. Defense lower than this card's attack, especially if your opponent plays a bunch of like lower defense monsters, which I think like I'm not sure like if it can get rid of Lynx though. I don't think it can get rid of Lynx since they technically don't have any defense. I don't think it can. I'm not sure though. I think I will test it though to see if it can get rid of links. Yeah, and then this one can like help revive a Red-Eyes whenever it's destroyed. So that's cool. Oh yeah, this is also kind of a way of like getting an extra normal summon, maybe like getting the normal summon on the Red-Eyes Archfiend so you can have its effect. Oh yeah, Black Metal Dragon is also a really good card too, because whenever it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it can either be while it's attached, or you can just set it if you're desperate. And then this is a way of you like being able to get like a Red-Eyes card. Like, might as well go for the Insight, and then you can like basically filter like 2 cards since that's a way to get to fusion anyway. Yeah, although it could also get you your monsters as well if you need to search for a monster. This one is another way of special summoning your Red-Eyes monsters. Probably wanting to special summon the Archfiend, especially if your opponent destroys on their turn, and then you can get out the Archfiend, and then during your turn you can normal summon it. So yeah, I think basically that's the whole like point. You kind of want to try to bring out the Slash Dragon as soon as you can, and you also kind of want to try to bring out this guy as soon as you can, because Slash Dragon is really nice for like having some pretty for having a pretty good attack stat, and then this one can help like wipe the field. Anyway, and then here's the last one, Sky Dragon Reborn. The deck description here reads: the biggest trump card is Slifer the Sky Dragon. Since the attack and defense changes depending on the number of cards in your hand, you can show off your skill as a duelist by managing the number of cards in your hand. Furthermore, the effect of the revived Sky God special summons Slifer the Sky Dragon from the graveyard, and then each player draws until they have 6 cards in the hand. It may give your opponent a chance as well, but it will also give you a chance to draw key cards that can break through the defenses. Yeah, I really like this card. Hold on, where is it? It's this one. I really like this card because this can really like help to like make sure that you have 6 cards in your hand. And like with 6 cards in your hand, Slifer goes up to 6,000 attack and defense. And this is also kind of nice because it basically automatically destroys any monster your opponent tries to summon with 2,000 less attack. And then even if it doesn't destroy it, like that like is quite a bit of attack it's getting rid of. Technically, I think it does stack with itself. So if you have 2 of these out, it would lower stuff by 4,000 attack, although I'm not sure how easy that would be. But yeah, again, like I think this is one that kind of stack with itself. So if you can like have like 2 of these out, like that means like most of your opponent's stuff is just gonna be it's just gonna be destroyed, because like your opponent's probably not gonna bring out anything with over 4,000 attack at that point. Like I don't think like many people play cards with over 4,000 attack. Anyway, the revive, yeah, and then I really like, and then this also helps you search for Monster Reborn, which is also kind of nice. And it basically gets you your Monster Reborn too. Wow. Oh wait, that's what when you banish it from the graveyard. Pretty nice, I would say. And then of course, like summoning Slifer isn't like that difficult. Like your best card for summoning him is definitely gonna be the Thunder Speed Summon. Basically make sure you have 3 monsters on your side of the field, which is like something that the Arcana Knights can pretty easily do, especially with some of the spells, like basically like helping to like basically get them all on the field at once right away. And then what you can do is you can activate the Thunder Speed Summon to add your Slifer, since you don't have the other one. Since he's the only target, and then you can pretty much just like normal summon the Slifer right away. Basically, just make sure that you have 3 monsters to tribute when activating this card, I would say. That's definitely the best time to activate the card. Yeah. Yeah, and there's quite a few spells that like help you like help to ensure, like that's what the, yeah. And then if you don't bring out Slifer, you could always bring out some of your X deck monsters as well. Though I think you want to try to basically bring out Slifer. Though maybe you don't have the Thunder Speed summon, so in that case you could just bring out some of your X deck cards. Unfortunately, Blacklisted Soldier is probably not going to get the extra boost unless you actually tribute Slifer. But I'm not sure how worth it that is. So you're probably just going to be summoning him out without the... Well, I mean, you can use the fusions, but I'm not sure, like... I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. So, like, there are technically ways, but, like... You might just, like, want to, like, get it out without the cannot be destroyed by card effect going on. That might be the most worthwhile way to bring it out, since you don't really have, like, very good monsters that you're going to be wanting to use as link material for that effect. And then Arcana is, like, not really, like, too great. Like, they're pretty specific negation effects, although it is kind of nice if your opponent's deck is focused on that. But I think a lot of decks aren't really focused on just like specifically targeting a card to get rid of it. It's pretty easy to bypass that, because like a lot of cards that can get rid of stuff like don't necessarily have to target, although it is kind of nice against a few cards that do. So like they can come up and be useful. Dark Cavalry is pretty useful, because like allowing you to like negate the activation of a card or effect, and that's not once per turn. This is probably the better Arcana kind of, although it does require Dark Magician plus a warrior, so you would have to like specifically like have the King of the Swamp for the Dark Magician side of it. And then this can help you get back your lights from the graveyard, giving your entire field a boost. Also, it can also add back your... Oh wait, it's actually not. It can't add back your Slifer, because that doesn't count as a light. Yeah, it's divine attribute. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for the 3 decks here. Yeah. Just to basically recap, I would say, you want to try to go into Slifer as soon as you can. He's probably not too bad if you can bring him out via the Thunder Speed Summon. Since, like, you also got a few pretty good cards to support him. Although, like, if you wanted to send him to graveyard, like, to, like, revive him with Revive Sky God, you could also do that as well. Although if you do, like, special summon him out with the Revive Sky God, he will be sent to the graveyard during the end phase. So you are gonna want to special summon him during your turn, like, and maybe like special summon him when you think you can get game, or like when you think it's going to be really important for you to special summon him. You could also use a Foolish Burial. Actually, yeah, I think the Foolish Burial might be best used on this Slifer. Although, some of these cards do have graveyard effects. And then reinforcement to grab some of your level 4 warriors, and you got a few good level 4 warriors. I think it's mostly just the King's Knight and the Queen's Knight, but that can at least get you one of your pieces. Yeah. Basically, you can have cards to facilitate you, like, putting, like, monsters on the field. And then if you can't bring out the Slifer, maybe because you don't have Thunder Speed Summon, if you can't bring it out, like, maybe easily, maybe you could just go with the exec monsters instead. Although if you can summon out Slifer, that's probably the best way to play it. Dark Cavalry is also not a bad card to bring out, because it's basically like a better version of Arcana Knight cards, I would say. Since it doesn't have like a really specific like negation ability. Okay. And then I'll go and do the now I'll do one more of the practice duels for the reverse duel. And I think I'm gonna stop there. After that, I won't do a pack opening, though I do have a special pack opening planned for tomorrow. Actually, maybe I'm gonna do a special pack opening for tomorrow. This time I just think like it's just like, since it took a while to get through those decks, I think I'm just gonna like skip the pack opening and put the verse in the description. And then, so here's the practice duel for the duel restart. It says, next let's talk about spell and trap cards. Many spell and trap cards are single-use cards that are sent to the graveyard after the effects are resolved. However, some spell and trap cards remain on the field instead and continue to have an effect. Let's go over the differences. Actually, I guess I can do a pack opening. Yeah, I think I will. Because as long as it's like less than an hour, then I think it's fine. Yeah, I think I will do a pack opening actually. Since I do like timestamps anyway, people know to like just skip it if they want to. Anyway, so it says spell and trap cards remain on the field. Used spell and trap cards are sent to the graveyard, but cards with continuous equipment field icons remain on the field. Notably, field spell cards will be placed in a dedicated field zone, not the spell and trap zone. See, that's what kind of confused me. Like, I thought that like see, the field zone is technically not a spell and trap zone, which kind of matters for some cards, because some cards specifically say that you have to have like a certain amount of stuff in the spell and trap zone, so the field zone doesn't count towards that. Ooh. Gaia power. Opponents reinforcing their monsters with field spell cards. Field spell cards are placed in a dedicated field zone and activate various effects while placing on the field. Destroy your opponent's field spell cards with the effect of Dust Tornado that you drew. Let's set Dust Tornado. Try summoning Chosen by the World Chalice. Now you're ready for the attack of your opponent's monster. End your turn. See, because this raises it by 500. Wow. Equipped spell cards are also spell cards that remain on the field. Unlike field spell cards that affect the entire field, equipped spell cards affect the monsters that are equipping them. Oh boy. Your opponent's monster is attacking. Activate a trap card before your monster is destroyed. Activate Destiny and destroy your opponent's Gaia power. If a field spell card leaves the field, its effect is no longer applied. Activate Destiny and destroy your opponent's Gaia power. Yeah, see, if I was to destroy this one, it would still be able to destroy my monster, but this raises it by 500. See, I feel technically my opponent shouldn't have like needed to like still be attacking, because like I think like I'm pretty sure like if I was to destroy the field spell like that, and since like a card was removed from the field, my opponent gets to choose to like either replay the attack or just end the turn. But for the sake of like basically like making this duel not last too long, they just decided that they would like still keep Hitatsu attacking. Not that would have like lasted too much longer, because basically since my opponent didn't have any other cards that they could have put on Hitatsu, I would have still won anyway. Okay, so I got Mage Power, which isn't really that great of a card, but still. It gives me a place. I have another card, which is nice. So now I'll go ahead and do the pack opening real quick. Yeah, and I'll do the special pack opening for tomorrow's video. Oh wait, no. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that because I'm doing the Arc tomorrow. The Arc Survival Evolved. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the Legacy pack here. Okay, let's do it. So 10 more packs. So I can just do that special pack opening. I think during Sunday's video maybe I could. Actually, I'm not sure because like those deck overviews usually take a while. So I think I'll just save them for Monday's video. I think I'll just save it for Monday's video, and I'll like go over it a little bit more during. Actually, no. I'm planning to do like a special pack opening video since there's like a big bundle which I'll go over a little bit more tomorrow. Or no, not tomorrow, on Saturday's video. And I think instead of doing a deck overview, I'll just do a big pack opening that day instead. I'll go over more detail, and maybe I'll even be able to do that other special pack opening during that video as well. But yeah, I'll definitely go over more of that when it actually comes time for that. Just to like let you guys know that I'm doing like a big pack opening video instead of the deck overviews on Saturday. And then Sunday will just be the deck overview of reviews as normal. So anyway, here's the cards I got from the Legacy Pack. Proton Blast. Doesn't seem too bad, although it is a coin flip card. Drill Synchron. Flash of the Forbidden Spell. If your opponent controls monsters in all their main monster zones, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Yeah, no, like Raigeki already exists, I think, at 3, so like like this is like not that great since like Raigeki's already in the game. Dark Hole, like you already have like enough ways of like destroying all monsters your opponent controls. I'm not sure if Raigeki's at 3 in this game, but it might be. But either way, I don't think it's like that worth it. Berserking, Desert Tapir. Basically just a slower Book of Moon. So might as well just play Book of Moon instead. Element Dragon. Mass Dragon. Minus / Dragon. I'm getting a lot of dragons. Blackwing Fame the Steel Chain. Moja. For Beast Recursion. Pretty cool. Draco. Hammer Shark. Performable Hip Out. DD Pandora. Gookie Wing Trainer. Magispector Fox Kyubi. The Judgment Hand. Cold Feet. Chain Burst. Attack Reflector Unit. And that's it. So I think the best card out of this pack opening, I guess out of the new ones, Gookie Ring Trainer is definitely not one of the best Goki monsters. Although I guess it could be pretty good for allowing you to revive Gookie Links. So like maybe pretty good, like if you're playing a pure Goki deck with the Goki Links, it might be kind of good. Maybe just to play like a few copies of this, just to make sure you have like a big, like an easy way to revive your links. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I could go with this and then like also this one too, since this one at least like lets you special summon a dragon type monster. Although Destruction by Battle is generally like one of the worst ways you could like go for like special summoning something from the deck. Because if you're going first, like you generally don't even want to play this. And then like if you're going, and then like either that or you basically have to give up your battle phase, which you might actually be okay with. But there's probably, there's better ways of making sure you get dragons to your hand or out on the field. Dragons have gotten a lot of support that I would say is a lot better than this one. And then I think the best overall card, I guess, I don't know, like, I was gonna think, Hammer Shark. I guess this is kind of cool. I kind of like this card, like, even though it's really bad, maybe if there's, like, you probably don't, like, because, like, generally, if your opponent's gonna have that many monsters, there's probably gonna be a few negates too. Oh wait, I forgot about Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm generally gets rid of a lot of monsters too. But still, the art's kind of cool. And I just think just because, like, it's a really bad, it's kind of like a joke Raigeki, a worse version of Raigeki, I guess I could give it to that. Give it for that reason. I don't know. I would say Hammer Shock, but I already got, like, a bunch, like, of copies over a playset, so I'm not sure if I should really like call out Hammer Shark. This could be like a fun thing you can do if you don't want to play Raigeki, if you just want to play like a less powerful version of Raigeki for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, if anyone wants to say what their favorite card is from the pack opening, or maybe like give some tidbits on any of these cards, like some useful, some nice information that you think people might not know about a certain card, history or something like that, you can always feel free to let people know down in the comments. And that'll do it for the pack opening. I'll leave the thank yous down in the description, but for those of you who are still here, thank you for staying for the duels and also staying for the pack opening. And if you just stay for the pack opening and not the duels, thank you for that as well. And if you stayed for the pack opening and the deck overviews, thank you for that. Or like one or two of the deck reviews. And I'll also go through the outro. Oh yeah, further, before I do though, a big thank you to those who just stay for the entire video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and consider ringing that notification bell for regular content. You can either ring the notification bell to be notified of all my videos or personalized by simply clicking the notification bell and selecting all or personalized. All is being notified about all my videos, whether you watch them or not, and personalized is being notified of the videos that you watch the most. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, that would be greatly appreciated. You can leave a comment about anything, either pertaining to the video, pertaining to the verse I leave in the description, or just something random if you'd like. Just please keep it appropriate. You can even leave an emote if you would like, but just be aware that it may lock you out if you paste too many of the same emote in a day. Just in case, like, if you decide one day you just paste emotes on a whole bunch of my videos, just keep that in mind. Usually you can fix that by either going with a different emote or by posting multiples of that emote instead of just the one. And thank you everyone who do watch my videos, and a big thanks to those who do watch all of my videos, but still thank you to everyone who only watches a couple once in a while, or just watches one of the games. I understand how it is no matter how you do it. It's just appreciated no matter what, no matter how you decide to go about viewing my videos.